Let's return home. How to kidnap from a banya.
And then he disappeared. He won't be interfering with work at the windmill anymore.
So, you took up a new chort. Hope it doesn't backfire. Well, while you were gone, I had some thoughts about the seals. Every single piece has its meaning, and every seal requires a demon. The second one is the aspen one. We'll have to think what to do next.
Let's talk about the seal of Asp.
The first seal was opened by touch, and that was all. How do I open the second?
Well, not by simply touching the asp, that's for sure. I think we need evil spirits. So we'll find the aspen demons.
Where do you think we can find them, Grandfather?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think on it. Go deal with the things you can at the moment, and let me think.
What about the other seals?
Can't we open the others right away?
I doubt that, but who knows? Look around a bit and maybe you'll fortune upon the right chart.
Let's
I
get to
see.
work.
Time to get to work then.
Oh. This is my chart, right?
The charts are back.
New Encyclopedia Entry. Koldun Familiars. After his initiation, a Koldun receives not only the knowledge and power of a sorcerer, he also receives his familiars, imps, known as Bes or Chort. To the uninitiated, these demons appear in many different forms, as stained glass, bugs or other insects. They can also appear as little human-like creatures with the body of a man, the head of a mouse, the arms of a frog. Familiars can be werewolves, cursed men, heretics, the unholy dead, or kikimoras. In the forest, the Koldun can be aided by werewolves and wedding guests that have been transformed into bears. Werewolves can be distinguished from regular wolves by their eyes, which burn red. A Koldun's imp familiars must always be occupied by work, or else they will cast curses on people or animals. This is why the Koldun, to keep them busy, sends his familiars to make ropes out of the sand, count the leaves on the trees, or empty the sea with a teaspoon.
I sent them to perform an arduous task. That's why they weren't around.
Now I should give them tasks?
Well, what did you expect? You knew what you signed up for. Everything has a price. Especially wishes.
Makes sense.
If you don't want them to torture you, send them to curse people. That's the life of a Koldun for you.
And if I don't want to curse anyone?
Then suffer. These demons won't leave you alone.
I've seen them before in Herbalist. Not often though.
Now you will see them plenty. You can observe our entire gubernia in your bestiary. In the end, you decide what you do with those charts of yours.
Gubernia, a major administrative subdivision of the Russian Empire.
God help us.
Tester with charts. 4 visitors. Old Igor has passed on to you his pester full of charts. You now have a number of charts yearning for mischief. Be careful, idle charts torment their Koldun masters. It takes some time for charts to do their job, a day or more. Each location has a specific type of job, hunger, strife, corruption, etc. Each chart has a job preference. You can discover it by learning a specific skill. Charts perform better with their job of choice, and worse with the ones they hate. In order for charts not to torment you and steal your health, don't forget to give them jobs every morning. Vilgold. Send rats. Cause a horse to be stubborn. Send fleas and roaches. Plant a hernia. Make husband and wife quarrel. Lead around in the woods. Let's go with this. Plant a hernia. Defense pages give -1 more. -4 health. -1 to pages inflicting damage. Resistance to status ward. These are the downsides if you don't send them out, I would assume. And this is their extra income or whatever they generate. And this one is faster. What if we send you on a 1-day job? Doesn't get any faster than that. Extra sins seem bad, so I kind of want to send you away for as long as possible. Which will be 3 turns. Sure. You're also giving us extra sins, but also a lot of extra money. So maybe we send you to Yazova to send fleas and roaches. I'm sure they won't mind. Causing a horse to be stubborn shouldn't be too much of an issue here. It also doesn't give much money at all. And you're actually not generating additional sins, so maybe we use you to lead around in the woods. Okay. I do like Scorchy quite a bit. The waste is quite useful. Maybe we'll make another one of these relatively soon. I'm getting rid of the Urazi now.
The moment I became a Khaldun, I saw the Uyezd in a completely different light. There is no such place where a demon wouldn't hide. You just noticed? Your own chords are also a giant pain.
About old Igor.
How did you come to be a Khaldun, Grandpa?
Well, told you the other day about the demon stealing Timofey. That's the reason for it. Fighting the pointy-tailed. I heard once that shepherds are no worse. So I became a shepherd boy, helped Prokopy, the holy fool. I shouldn't mention him at night. Knew his way around the forest, that one, and how to find lost cattle. So I studied under him. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell you later how I received my knowledge. It's not like I got it from him anyway. Had to bust my butt. In any case, see how I managed to teach you. Appreciate that.
I do, Grandpa. What kind of man was he, that Prokopy?
Not a kind man at all, but of great knowledge. Cursed a lot of people. Practically earned a living that way. Nearly cursed me once.
Huh.
Are shepherds really knowers?
What makes you think they aren't? Why don't you try finding all the cattle in the forest without a demon's help? One has to know how to ask the old man of the forest for help. And in case a demon steals a cow or something, you have to be able to get it back. You'll have to learn. What did you think? Shepherds lie on their backs all day? You wish.
Demons are the one turning the grindstones at the mill.
Well, the miller won't turn them, that's for sure.
Can't the wind spin them? Do you have to use demons everywhere? It's dangerous, and a sin to boot.
Well, what did you expect? It will soon be the 20th century.
Oh.
The demons might make it easier. If they can start making flour, who knows? Maybe we can teach them to reap, too. You've heard of steam engines, huh? I think there's a steam chart inside, like the one you can find in a samovar.
How did you manage your own chores?
Nothing to it, really. Just give them something to do. The only thing is they can't manage every task well. Their job is to wreak havoc. They don't like any other sort.
Demons at the mill. Not long ago there was a rich man who lived in the village. He had a watermill. One day he fell ill and found himself at death's door. He told his worker, "Gather 3 horses and take me to the mill, for I will die today." The assistant did as he was told. As he was riding home, he thought to himself, "How did my master know that he would die today?" He called his horses to a stop and rode back to the mill. When he arrived, he peered quietly through the window. What did he see but his master just sitting there, crying bitterly? Just then a trapdoor to the cellar opened and several devils emerged. They tore the master's skin open and ate his flesh. Then one of the devils possessed the miller by crawling into the skin that was left over. Ugh! There are a great number of books in the collection, illuminated books of old as well. The black books are not kept here, however. They are in a secret compartment near the furnace. Grandfather says that in days of old they used to bury people under the stove. That is how the domovoi came to be. A household spirit. Anything else I can interact with here? This is just, yeah, this just opens the black book. This opens my charts. The red corner. Okay, let's let the visitors in.
Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fedorovna, it's me again. Came to give my thanks. The spirits have stopped haunting us. Here's what I promised.
Herbs and healing Zagovors restore +1 health. Okay, not bad. Better than the axe, I'm sure of that. The miller inherited this mortar. By the looks of it, it's far too old of a thing to not be enchanted. Hi Karis, welcome, glad to see you.
The spirits, however, took the money I saved for my grandson's books.
Glad to be caught.
Well, it is what it is.
Gonna use the antique mortar for +1 healing over the axe for +1 max HP. That hardly matters at the moment.
So, I came to find out if maybe you've changed your mind about that woman. I brought a gift, you know.
No.
Oh no, I'm not the cursing kind.
Well, alright. I'll think of something myself. Well, see you.
Oh. Golbets, Anispa's cellar. Old Igor says that's where the domovoi lives. I've never met one, but I once saw a black figure standing still in the corner of the house. More visitors. Oh,
Be well and live long.
Nikolai.
My godmother sends a jug of milk and sends her regards.
Kolya, is that you?
Hello, old Igor.
So, you're back.
Yeah, it's been at least a week.
You sure have grown tall. How tall are you, exactly? 12 vershoks?
An archaic Russian unit of length equal to approximately 4.4 centimeters. The saying that a man is 12 vershoks high means that his height is 2 arshins and 12 vershoks, which is about 2 meters. Oh, okay.
Well, what brings you here?
I heard about your man, Vasilisa. It's hard to lose loved ones, I know. However, I'm here for another reason. I need your help. Yesterday evening, at a get-together, I made a bet with the lads. They dared me to enter Banya at night.
A traditional Eastern Slavic bathhouse with a wood stove.
I don't believe all this supernatural stuff you see. When you go to war, you see things you know. I entered this old Banya, the abandoned one, by the river. It was around midnight. I opened the door and saw a sort of blue light, and it was quiet. I reached into the stone, you know, to take a stone. They wouldn't call me chicken if I showed them proof later. Suddenly, a hairy paw grabbed my left hand. Here, look, left a mark.
Ah, you can see it there. Encyclopedia Entry. Bannik. A bannik was the master of the banya in which he resided. He could help or protect a man, but also scare or even kill him. It was important to perform rituals correctly and be careful not to violate any taboos. In the various villages of Cherdin Uyezd, it was forbidden to use the banya during the first or third heating, or when drunk. A man could suffocate or burn himself to death. Events that were considered to be the punishment of the bannik. A man could also fall into the hearth, constructed of rough-hewn stones, later constructed of brick. Sometimes banyas caught fire, so people built them far from their isba or even on a riverbank. Peasants often gave birth to children in banyas, so there was always a risk of a devil replacing their baby with an aspen log or a broom. Okay.
That devil didn't let me go. All of a sudden, some female voice said, "Marry me." The hand was hot as fire, and then I just lost it, and it kept on asking. And she still held on to me, wouldn't let go, so I told her I would.
Oh.
Then she let me go. I ran as fast as I could.
Lights his pipe.
Damn this demonic power. You're a knower. Help me, would you?
Nikolai visited the banya at midnight, and something grabbed him. What might that be?
Well, probably a bannik.
In the banya, you say? Well, that's a bannik, all right.
I sometimes wonder how people survive times where they thought like everything could kill them or turn into a broom. Yeah.
Lord Almighty.
What did she look like? The stones from the stove.
What did you do with the stone?
Well, I took it with me. To prove to them I wasn't yellow. Didn't tell about the demon, though. Dropped it off at home later. I told my godmother, and she sent me here right away.
Ah, wise woman, your godmother.
What did she look like?
Its hand was hairy. What else did you notice?
I couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. The hand was black and hairy.
All right, I won't leave you to the wolves.
Vasilisa, take a closer look at the demon. This banyak may have an aspen seal on her. Go to the old banya tonight, both of you. Talk to the demon and find out why she wants to marry you. You, Kolya, use this bell on your left eye to see the demons. Don't forget the stone, Kolya.
I'll wait for you outside.
Okay. And we have one more visitor. You are actually waiting inside.
Hey, Vasya, they say you're a knower now. This may be of interest to you then. The other day we were gathering berries by Kajil Lake. By the way, I have brought you some. It's near Sapolsky. Anyway, we came across this clearing with holes everywhere. The horror! So I thought you might want to go there. Who knows? Perhaps there are evil spirits.
Okay.
Didn't think I'd be seeking help from nowheres. I've always depended only on myself. My military service. Well, it's quite a story. Maybe later.
Huh. Well. Each helper has a unique ability you can make use of in battle. Presence or absence of certain helpers affects outcome of in-game events. Nikolai has backhand, 5 damage. Actually, before we go, we might want to craft some cards for our book. Like there is... I am interested in adding another scorched and going for more waste. But that might be a bad idea for shorter fights. Can we craft more Grias? I don't... No, we can. Gria. Amplifies its damage by 2 after each use of pages of the same name. That would be a good way to scale up our damage as well. I think we should probably go with one or the other. I'm gonna create another Gria. And I'm actually gonna remove a Scorched for that. We are at full health right now, so we don't really need the extra healing. I'm actually... Actually, no, I'm not gonna remove that Scorched. Let's add that back in, and I'm gonna remove the Salmanida. I guess the remove negative statuses is quite good. Oh, let's keep it like that. And then set off. We have optional task, examine the old pits over here. And our main task is the small banya by the riverbank. This map is zoomed out a bit more, I think. Right, I do remember the lake here. Was the windmill somewhere around there? I am not actually sure. Anyway, let's move to the forest grove by our Isba. The old forest that grows near our Isba makes people ill at ease, as does everything else nearby, for that matter.
You notice a black silhouette on the road. It appears to be shrouded in fog, and is hard to distinguish in the soft lighting of the night. The air is filled with a strange song, performed by the demon. You've never heard this melody before. A chill runs down your spine. as you listen to the alien melody.
Let him finish the song.
The devil continues his song. You listen, holding your breath and not moving. Soon, the melody stops, crashes against the tops of the fir trees, and dissolves in moonlit silence. You feel that perhaps now you understand demonkind somewhat better.
Huh.
Suddenly, a magic circle shimmers at the demon's feet. A moment later, another devil appears by his side. His burning eyes are staring right at you.
Well, let's get ready to fight. A demon singer. Summons more evil spirits. Oh. We have 2 Grias. They are fierce, so they amplify each other's damage. That should be 6 damage, right? At least that's how I understand. Fierce amplifies its damage by 2 after each use of pages of the same name. We already have the necessary defense from the candles. But it's probably good to set up Amen anyways. Gria for 2, another Gria for 4. Yeah, it does amplify the second Gria. We get Piety. We get an extra piety here. Oh, you summoned one of these big hit enemies. That's really scary. Removes positive status. That's annoying. I don't want to lose my piety right now. I think we have to focus on the spellcaster here. Use Afterlight to defend. With the piety we'll gain 7 defense from that. So we don't need any additional defense beyond that. So we can focus. Oh! I can also use your ability, right? For some extra damage. Probably should have done so earlier. I wonder if it's a cooldown or once per battle. Yeah, there goes our piety. What a shame. I hope you are not summoning any more enemies. Backhand. Choose a target. This target. Turns until help or summon possible. 4. Okay. Let's set up Bless. We need 11 defense this turn. We can get 10. I think that's good enough. I think, it's only gonna be 1 Bless next turn, but we're likely to have a more aggressive hand, so sure. We need to finish this spellcaster, otherwise we're gonna take quite a bit of damage to them. Take 1 here, we can easily heal that later. You are trying to cast this turn, we do have another Gria. That's not quite enough, but with a little bit more it will be. You are trying to remove our statuses again, I don't mind. And you are trying to summon more evil spirits. That is really annoying. But our Grias are growing. We need at least 1 more damage against you. I think Ruda will do. And then we can throw the Nava against the summoner for 5 damage here. Actually, we have the waste and we have the blessing, so 7 damage. And then the 1 waste will finish you off, so we can actually hit that attack against the summoner as well. Nothing to dispel there. You failed to summon? That's fine with me. We will hit you with Nava and Gria for 11. That takes you out. And we can focus on the small one and defend with Raha. Summoner down. Glad to see it. Let's use Salmanida for healing. Let's set up Amen for the piety just in case. And we have a defensive turn here. Healing back to full is nice. And then we can finish the fight this turn, most likely. With the Gria. We don't even need more than that. Koldoon Fiend. Removes positive status. Well versed, 1 damage. Firmer than stone again, with firm 1 and Ketong. Gesture. Does not expand cantillation. No idea what that is. I don't think we have access to that yet. Having something to remove positive statuses might be really useful. That's not a bad amount of experience. How much do we need for the next level? Another 1,000. Okay. So we're making some good progress now. I'm now gonna remove the Scorch It. No, actually the Ruda. Give me the Scorch It back. I'm gonna remove the Ruda instead. Oh, Koldoon Fiend is a key. Okay. That makes sense with the low damage. Yeah, Koldoon Fiend is a good replacement for Ruda, giving us a bit more flexibility, and with the well versed it can easily be stronger than the Ruda as well. Back to the map. The Rusalka's Backwaters. This picturesque backwater got its name because of the mermaid sightings back in the day. I've never seen any myself though. Well, from what I know, Rusalka are
You
not...
notice a strange sight in the distance. A ball of snakes is rolling around the woodland road, scales glittering in the moonlight.
Rusalkas are not really nice mermaids at all. Disperse snakes with brushwood, read a snake defending Zagavor, let Nikolai help, or walk around the snakes. Well, I'm not sure how effective Zagavor are against animals, but if we have a snake defending one, I'm gonna ask Nikolai for help.
Nikolai grins and picks up a large stone. He throws it right at the snake ball. Most of the snakes scatter, but some of the enraged creatures slither your way. Luckily, you find some healing herbs near the overturned stone.
Nice. Oh, these are not normal snakes, huh? Poison. Poison 1. For each page you read, excluding gestures, you suffer 1 attack, 1 damage. Okay, that is reasonably scary. I want to go as aggressive as possible. I'm gonna set up the Bless. I'm gonna set up the Amen as well. I wonder if that damage is defensible, if we can block poison damage. We suffer 2 damage for each page we read. Remove negative statuses. Let's do that first. It's not a great turn for well-versed cards. I'm gonna go with Avdelai and Raha. And that's actually way more defense than I need. But Khaldun Fiend is also not good. I should use you whenever I can. Yeah, let's defend. We do heal the 2 damage we took. We took 2 damage from that cast, but we healed pretty easily there. You're going back to poisoning me. Don't appreciate that. We're gonna go with Gria. Navda. It's gonna be 5 damage right now. That's gonna be 9 damage. You're also taking 1. You know what? We can send the Gria against you because you're also taking 1 to the waist. So now we only have to deal with 1 poison this turn. That should be a bit less scary. I wonder if the firm one will still trigger poison. And also it seems to target the already dead snake. Let's go with the Salmanida again. Gria, and then we block with a Raha. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm okay with taking 1. And we have piety, right? We gain 6 defense from that. So not a problem. Gria dealing 6 now. I also want to go with the Khaldun Fiend. I don't really gain anything from playing these afterlives, so we might as well not. The next Gria will end the fight. But if I can, I want to dispel the poison. Let's see if we can block poison. I'm only gonna play this 1 spell. The poison damaged us before we block, so we can't even figure that out here. That's annoying. Actually, we should bless first before we Nava. I'm gonna set up the Amen. That might actually not be smart. No, it should be fine. We will finish this with our very first action next turn, because that's gonna be the firm Nava. Yeah, that will finish it. I'm not gonna get to cast these Salmanida, I think. We didn't take damage to poison, apparently. Babushka Mandalina. Increase the number of orders in the book in the next round by 1. Heals 2. I don't think I want lock necessarily. Perepolo. Some AoE. We don't currently have anything like that, but it also didn't seem relevant so far. Orders in the book, so we draw an extra order from that. Yeah, fine. Probably won't use it right away. You know what? I'm gonna turn on the setting, add new words to the storage by passing the book. So we don't always have our new page in the book immediately. And let's move onwards to Mikhails Crossroads. These are the crossroads where my recent initiation took place. It is surely a place where both roads and human fates intersect.
Near the old gravestones, you see a demon. His eyes are focused on the sky. It seems that he is in deep thought. He merely sighs when he notices you.
Greet the demon.
Oh, it's you. I remember you falling into hell.
What a talkative chort.
Well, what's so special about that? Me, I flew out of hell and decided to stay for a while. Help me find an answer to a question, and I'll reward you, witch.
Okay.
Well, sure. Ask away.
I'm searching for an answer. What are the 3 kinds of dates?
You go out on a date with your loved one.
Well, that's one. What are the other 2?
What are the 3 dates? You have one with a loved one, and the second one is?
A fruit?
There's an exotic fruit called a date.
Seems right. What is the 3rd one?
What are the 3 dates? You guessed one, the kind with a loved one, and also the fruit. What's
date.
the 3rd one? A calendar date.
It sure seems obvious now. So you're a high knower. Here you are, a treasure for your efforts.
Nice.
Well, I guess I have to get back to hell before they miss me.
The demon disappears into flames. You
Oh, we
continue
get a
on
new
your journey.
page. Well, we now know that gestures don't trigger poison. But is that really a good enough reason to pick one up? I'm gonna go with firmer than stone, which I'm probably not gonna use right away, but who knows? Let's visit this traveling herbalist.
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you? In that case, I'll show you some fine wares. Here, take a look.
What do you offer? Indivia herb. Ward 3. Ward increases defense for 3 turns at the beginning of each round. These are rather expensive. Wormwood grass. Curse 3 on the enemy. Curse decreases attack inwards for 3, minimum 1. That is pretty strong, but... Mush is what you ate and mash is what you drank. Mash. Replenish 6, paralysis 2. Cannot use herbs for 2 turns. Pricklish herb. 5 defense. Break herbs. Oh, these are expensive. Peter's Cross. Remove status poison and waste. That might be useful. And Archilin herb. Remove status curse. I'm gonna buy one of each of these and be on my way. I don't want to spend too much money here, but they might be useful in certain scenarios. Yazova village. Good people live in this small village on the Sidovka river. They often visit to get advice from old Igor. Not once have they asked to curse anyone.
Like a gloomy skeleton of an unknown beast, the old remains of a burnt house stand before you. All the logs are charred black. Some of them have collapsed and are covered with moss. Only the white stove gleams in the moonlight, still intact, even after the fire.
Ooh. Let's inspect it from the outside.
You walk around the house. The inside is dark, with logs poking out like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You see a shaggy silhouette of a demon inside.
Well, then let's step inside.
You take several steps inside the hut. You suddenly hear a crack,
Ooh.
and one of the burnt boards falls on your head.
Ouch.
It's hard to tell who used to live in this izba. You step inside, and you seem to sense the smell of burnt wood. Stars and pine branches are visible above instead of a roof. Suddenly, you notice a shaggy figure near the furnace.
Call out to the demon.
As soon as you make a move towards the mysterious figure, it disappears. A ball of baked clay lies where the black spirit once was. You take it with you.
Okay. Applies 5 block on the first turn. That is a straight upgrade over our candles. This piece of clay contains the warmth of the hearth and the care of invisible family spirit. We could still use our candles over... If I unequip the devil finger, do I lose... Yeah, I do lose current health as well. Having 8 block on the first turn could certainly be useful sometimes. But I think I'm gonna keep it like this. The Trinity Church. You can always pray and rest in Vilgord's church. The priest there is a good fellow. He doesn't accept bribes, nor is he much of a drinker.
You see a friendly flame burning in the distance. You come closer, and soon you are standing in front of a lonely church. Inside it is warm and cozy. It smells of incense and old wooden sculptures. Soon you hear a calm voice.
Greet the ape.
I don't know if I should bless you, Vasilisa. Your road is a twisted one.
Can't fault you for that. What can we buy here? Honeycomb. Eloquence 3. Adds 3 well-versed effect values. Incense. Bless 5. Imperishable 3. Are these usables? Consumables? Or herbs and healing Zagorovs restore plus 10 health? What? Strengthen status prayer plus 1. Strengthen status piety plus 2. Gain plus 3 bless on battle start. That is definitely a passive. Gain plus 2 piety on battle start. Yeah, these top ones seem to be consumables. Yeah, it says there on the top right, they are herbs. Katsia, gain 2 piety on battle start. Unknown Cherub. Gain 77 hefty on battle start. Limits the maximum damage received by 77. What? That sounds pretty useless right now. I would die. Definitely. To 77 damage. So it doesn't really make sense to limit it to that. Gain plus 1 rage on battle start. Rage increases bless by 1 with every health loss. Reduces your torment from charts by 1. Huh. Gain plus 3 bless on battle start. That is not bad. Strengthening piety also seems pretty good. Strengthening prayer. These are pretty decent, but the folding icon seems really good. It's also really expensive. Can we sell stuff here? We can. Selling that old axe, we no longer need that for sure. I don't think I want the rage on the first turn, especially considering I get extra block on that turn. I could sell the candles and pick up the Life of Paraskeva the Friday. The Friday. That would really give me a lot of extra defense. I think I'll do that.
I don't know if I should bless you, Vasilisa.
You read a prayer and rest a bit.
Oh, nice. We healed a bit. We healed to full. I'm gonna switch this in for the Devil's Finger. Oh, we reached level 3, so we have another knowledge point. I want this really early. I also kinda want the number of active slots for items is increased by 1. That is also very nice. Let's get Understanding the Unholy first. Choose from 4 words after the battle. What is up here? Curved ravine. This ravine is curved, hence its name. Plenty of misfortunes happen around this place. Lash's work, eh? An ill place this is.
You approach the open rift. Dried bushes are sticking out of its walls like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You carefully look down. Suddenly, the forest around you is lit by a strange red light. As you look up, you see a fiery ball zigzagging through the sky.
Well, I think dagger walls are what we use to defend against stuff like that.
Your words are lost among the tree branches. The fiery ball flies away, and everything is silent again.
That didn't really do anything. Bridge to the Banyas.
There's a rotting bridge over a small river, a tributary of the Kolva. In the moonlight, you discern a strange silhouette on the other side of the bank.
Let's come closer.
You take several steps towards the silhouette, but it disappears in the morning mist. A chill runs down your spine.
Sure. Gain some experience. We want to visit Koji Lake. So... Oh, this was actually the lake we visited before. So last time we took like a path something like this. And the windmill is somewhere around here, I think. All of Kuria. Kuria is an old Permian world. An old riverbed. I can get to the old Banyas through here, but who knows what lurks in these parts at night. What was here? The Banyas aren't far away. This road is a rather old one, neglected as it is.
Night travels are not the most convenient ones. In the darkness, you can stumble upon any kind of evil spirits. This is precisely what happens now. You step into a silent meadow where a demon is drinking tea from a samovar. You step into a silent meadow where a demon is drinking tea from a samovar. He notices you and invites you to join him.
Sure.
You drink the tea in silence, with the demon's glowing eyes fixed upon you. You feel uneasy and try to finish the drink as soon as possible. Suddenly, you feel a metallic taste in your mouth. Looking inside the cup, you discover that you've been drinking blood. The laughing demon disappears, along with its samovar.
Oh dear. That wasn't nice. In the forest near Lake Kochil, some boys from Vilgord spotted a strange clearing. They say it's full of dagger pits. Maybe someone was looking for something? I should investigate.
Dark pine branches move to the sides, and you see a meadow strewn with old, overgrown pits. You come closer and look into one of them. The green of the meadow drops into the open maw of the pit, from which you sense the cold of the grave. God knows who dug them up, and why. You start to inspect the pits one by one. You take one careless step and tumble down. Luckily, the pit is not that deep, and you climb out with ease.
Yeah. We still have a decent amount of health.
You frequently look around. You feel as if someone is watching you. You almost decide to give up finding anything in these mysterious pits when you notice an old grave at the bottom of one of them. A grim pit is filled with a damp stench. You see an old cross covered with a rotten towel. Near the grave, there is a small pot with an offering to the dead.
Let's inspect the gallbeds.
The old cross is covered with moss, and mushrooms grow at its foot. You feel uncomfortable near the grave of the unclean dead.
A gallbed is a gravestone shaped like an isba, a traditional Russian countryside dwelling. In ancient times, the dead were buried in a small house without any windows. This is why coffins are referred to in some northern dialects of Russian as houses, or houses for the dead. In northern Russia, a gravestone in the shape of a cross, sometimes topped with a schematic roof, was called a gallbed. The roof helped to protect the cross from rain. The southern regions of the Russian Empire, a pseudo-roof was set atop ritual crosses, or atop crosses that were placed near crossroads. On the day of Pentecost, the souls of stillborns, infants who died before baptism, and those who died unnatural deaths were believed to appear atop these crosses. Do I want to take the offering? No. Oh, we discovered Sapolsky farmstead. Near the farmstead of the rich peasant Sapolsky, a small village of sorts emerged. Doesn't have a name of its own yet, so everyone calls it Sapolsky. Not much of a village name, if you ask me.
You hear a familiar voice. Young folk are having an evening gathering, although it's not the best season for it.
Closer.
Hi, Martha. I know you have no time, but sing at least one song with us, for old time's sake.
Yeah, sure.
All right, but just one.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
New song. Oh. Join the singers. Did I break it by opening the menu? I might have. Yeah. Well. Time to set off to the Banya. Hey, Nikolai.
Here at last. And all these demons in these parts, I had never thought.
Evil spirits have always been here, but you won't be able to see them without me. These chorts harm people, but nobody can even see them.
Enemies here as well. No place is safe these days, I guess. I've been thinking, why did the spirit attack me? Someone must have been there before me.
Well, first of all, it was nighttime, and evil is strongest at night. Besides, why did the evil spirit attack Nikolai?
No cross sign or didn't ask permission. Do we know anything about having to ask permission from Banix? I don't think so. It was important to perform rituals correctly and be careful not to violate any taboos. Was forbidden to use the banyas during the first or third heating or when drunk. Yeah, I think he probably must have forgotten to use the
You didn't
cross.
cross yourself. An easy target for a chort.
Whoops, that was wrong.
So that's it. Seems like you can't go wrong with a cross after all.
The banya has sunk a little. That's why it got stuck, I think. You're a strong fellow. You open it.
I can do that, sure. But could you put Zagavor or something on me so no one grabs me?
Let's look around
Wait
first.
here. I'll look around first.
Banya's sure sank low. The door is stuck.
Here it is. The old Banya. The things it saw during its lifetime.
Shattering the banya was one of the most important features of an estate. People washed themselves and their clothes in the banya, as well as cured themselves, gave birth, made divinations, and conjured. The banya brought health, but it was both clean and unclean. Childbirth left the filth of original sin, which had to be washed away and cleansed with holy water. Young people often organized Yuletide gatherings and games in the banya and sometimes formed couples. If during the often cruel Yuletide games none of the men stood up for a girl, she was considered to be almost the same as an old maid in the premarital hierarchy. Oh. We have a Adam's head here, I like that. This small barrel once held water. Anything over to the left here by the riverside? More herbs. We take those. The Kolva. The river is not very wide here. Before I enter the banya, I think I will use... No, we are at full health. No, never mind. We healed by singing, I forgot.
Well, is it time?
It is time.
All right. I know just the thing. Stand still.
Candles. A shelf. All the shelves have rotten through. Take a look at these candles. Lighting candles seems like it would always be a good idea.
Let me, kind Bannock, pay a visit to your home. Repeat after me, Kolya.
Let me host Bannik.
Now, let's think of what to do with this bride of yours. She's been waiting for us, I suppose. That blue light has been shining here, right until we came in. Let's summon her and ask some questions.
All right. You are the knower here.
First, let us prepare. I'll
Start
draw a
with
circle
drawing
to
the
be
circle.
safe. I don't think your bride is evil, though.
Better safe than sorry, Vasa.
Let's stoke
In order
the
for
fire.
the Bannock to know we're here, let's heat up the stove. And that stone that you took, put it back.
It's better if you do it. I sort of forgot how when serving in the army.
Really? Very well.
And then
After
let's
that,
read the
we'll step
Zagavor.
into the circle. I'll read a special spell, and just like that, she should appear.
Vasa, you are a knower, no doubt about it.
And that's
Well, let's get to work.
it. Let's start with the circle. Let's stoke the fire.
Well, is it time?
It is time.
Yes, it is, Kolya. As soon as I start reading, the demon will appear.
Don't step over the line.
If you step out of the circle, she'll strangle you.
All right, I get it. I'll stand still.
Here we go. Bannock, my hostess, let us wash and steam.
Oh,
Wait,
she wasted us.
don't run. Hear me out.
Jesus and his troops!
Don't move. Let me talk with this Bannock.
Wait. I'm not a demon. I'm an ordinary girl.
You don't look like an
An
ordinary
ordinary
girl.
girl, you say? Bannock says that she's but an ordinary girl. Is that a demonic trick? What is she then?
A demon from hell, a changeling, or a bannock? A changeling? We have read something about changelings, but... Choose the correct answer to get 75 experience. Press the button to use your knowledge and get a hint, but you will get 37 experience. Peasants often gave birth to children in banyas, so there was always a risk of a devil replacing their baby with an aspen log or a broom. So maybe she was a ordinary girl born here and replaced by a demon? So that would make her a changeling, I think?
If you're not a demon, you must be a changeling.
Yes, yes. You're truly a knower. Well, it is as I said. I've been living in the world of demons for a long, long time. 18 years. I've grown to resemble them. I was still a child and came to wash with my mother.
Oh, so not at birth then?
I did something wrong. I can't remember what, but my mother said, "Devil take you." And
Ouch.
so, an Abdericha took me.
An obedricha. A bar spirit that lives beneath the benches of a banya. It can skin a human alive, hence the name, which literally means female skinner. Ugh.
Help me, Vasilisa. You're my only hope.
18 years.
Do you know anything about aspen demons?
No, I don't. But I can ask the Abdericha.
Obdricha.
Where have you been all this time?
We wandered the banyas. I got sent where the stove was hot. Such was my life. Now we live in this old one.
How do we bring you back?
To escape her, I need to get closer to the mortal world. Bring me a good belt and a cross, the kind that's worn on the skin, and find me a name. Then the Abdericha will have to marry me to someone.
Huh.
You, young fella, don't you let me down. Only you can do it.
I will help. I promise you my word.
What kind of cross do you need?
Just any cross won't do. I've been living with evil spirits for too long. I need one that's been worn by a demon.
Oof.
Well, that's a puzzle. Where can we find a God-fearing chort?
Oh, I don't know. Your friend is a knower. You'll think of something.
The
Where
belt.
can we find the belt?
I need a special belt as well. It has to be woven by a skilled witch.
Can I weave it?
We can give you the name right away.
No, that won't do. The name has to be one from Sviatsi and given by a priest.
Spiritual book containing names of the saints in connection to the calendar days. Sviatsi or consulted to name a child.
All right, we'll help you. It's wrong to abandon a Christian soul. Besides, you already have a groom.
Of course we'll help.
Thank you. Bring me a cross worn by a demon, a name, and a belt crafted by a witch. I think I hear the roosters. I need to go. Come back again with the gifts. I'll be waiting.
Huh.
Until we see you again.
The demon crawls back under the bench and disappears into black flame. You return to old Yegor's house and think about what to do next.
Okay.